Ja, willkommen zurück, beziehungsweise willkommen zur sozusagen Bonusfolge von Lamplight City. Wir sind jetzt wieder, hoffentlich zumindest in dem Fall der Selbstentzündung. Und ich werde das so machen, ich werde den Fall hoffentlich in einem durchspielen. Aber wenn es zu lange dauert, werde ich immer mal wieder was cutten. Aber halt dann da auf jeden Fall das natürlich zeigen, wo es Änderungen gibt in dem Fall zum Original oder im ersten Durchspielen. Wir stürzen uns rein. Viel brauchen wir, glaube ich, nicht zu erzählen. Ihr habt das ja schon mal gesehen.
So, you're up at last.
Is something the matter, Addie?
Oh, I see. You don't remember last night, do you? I guess I shouldn't be surprised.
Also nicht mit ihr sprechen nachher nochmal.
Please tell me I didn't do anything stupid last night.
No, I wouldn't use the word stupid.
Oh, thank God.
Disgusting and shameful would be more appropriate, I think.
Oh, what did I do exactly?
It was nearly 2 when you burst in here, soused to the eyeballs from God knows where. I imagine you've probably forgotten that too. You were muttering something about peace and quiet and then proceeded to relieve yourself on my begonias before stumbling into bed.
Charming. I salute you, O Vice Admiral of the Narrow Seas.
Good God, how embarrassing. I'm so sorry, Addie. I don't know what came over me.
I don't either. I've never seen you in such a state, and I pray that I never will again.
I swear to you, this was a one-time mistake. You won't see me like that again.
What possessed you to go out and get so drunk anyway?
I decided to stop taking the soporific. It was interfering with my ability to focus on cases. I thought perhaps having a drink or two would help me sleep, and I got a bit carried away.
I see. Well, I'm at least glad you've stopped taking that terrible medicine. But trading it for alcohol? This had better really be a one-time occurrence. Anyway, you got another message from Upton. It's there on the table, if you're feeling fit for the world now.
Ja, das tun wir. Ja, hier, bla bla bla, genau, wir müssen wieder...
What does Upton say this time?
That she can't meet me, and that I should go straight to the scene of the crime.
I wonder if that means the police have started to suspect that she's giving you these cases.
She also says news of this case has been made public, and the police are already investigating. Have you heard of Desiree Lathan?
Yes, there's something about her in today's paper. I didn't read the article, though. Where's the crime scene?
840 Right Way. It's not too far.
You're sure you're feeling up to...
I'll be fine. The mental exercise will get me back to normal in no time.
Okay. Ja, wir lesen jetzt nochmal die Zeitung, ne? Hier, Gaben aus Gascon, genau, Flammen umgekommen.
Well, this is shaping up to be quite the investigation. I should probably get a move on before the police ruin the crime scene any more than they already have.
Good luck, Miles. And stay away from the bars, would you?
Okay. Wir gehen jetzt raus, ohne mit ihr zu sprechen.
Time for me to get some things done.
Take care of yourself out there.
Gucken wir mal, ob wir es diesmal schaffen.
talent.
Oh, such a flat.
Thanks for...
So, jetzt versuchen wir es mal. Wenn wir sie jetzt darauf
Hey, Eddie.
ansprechen.
Welcome home.
Vielleicht ist sie dann nicht böse.
Addie?
What is...
Genau, da.
You've got an appointment with Charlotte Robineau later today, don't you?
Are you using your detect...
I spoke with her at the Gascon Supper Club, and she mentioned you. Turns out she knew Desiree Lathan.
Makes sense. That social circle is tiny.
She wasn't very forthcoming, though. Do you think you might try and persuade her to talk?
Persuasion shouldn't be necessary. She usually just sits in the chair and starts gossiping up a storm. I think I know more about all the Gascon Grand Dames than anyone should.
That's good. That's very good. Right. These are the things I want you to ask her about.
So you want me to take off about an inch, but keep enough for your curls?
Yes, that's right. You know how I like it, Adelaide.
How was the Grand Dame's ball? Was your hairdo a hit?
Oh, it was. All those other old biddies were practically fainting with jealousy. Truth be told, though, the evening was rather dull. Just the regular crowd of wags and gossips. You know, sometimes I envy people like you, Adelaide.
People like me.
Yes, you know, ordinary people. Being a member of high society can be so draining. One quite lacks a sense of purpose, of ordinary, honest usefulness that comes from a good day's labor.
Have you done much of that sort of labor yourself, madam?
What? No, of course not. But I imagine it must be quite good for the soul, quite grounding. Just being what you are. No airs or pretense. Oh, you've missed a bit there on the left ear. Do be sure it comes out even.
Certainly, madam. I was reading in the paper this morning about what happened with Desiree Lathan. Did you hear about that?
Oh, such a tragedy. Poor Desi. We hadn't talked in a long time, but how terrible to think of her dying in such a horrible way.
My condolences.
Thank you, dear.
Did you and Desiree used to be friends?
Oh, we were like sisters at one point.
What happened?
What else? A man got involved.
You were both after the same man?
No, quite the contrary. We both enjoyed being unattached and had vowed to keep it that way. The spinster sisters, we used to call ourselves. But I fell for a man a few years ago. We got married, and Desiree stopped speaking to me.
That's a shame.
Yes, especially considering the marriage only lasted a few brief months. I lost both my husband and my best friend. I'm sure there's a lesson to be learned in that.
I heard someone mention that Desiree had her portrait painted recently.
Yes, I heard that too. I think it was Caroline who told me. Yes, that was it, Caroline. She was looking for a portrait artist and told me Desiree had found one. Roger DeVay, I think she said his name was.
Roger
Den hatten wir,
DeVay?
glaube ich, auch schon mal
Sounds
getroffen dann.
mysterious. Who is he?
Well, I don't know about mysterious. He's just an artist. Not a very good one either, from what I hear.
He didn't do a good job on the portrait?
Oh, no, he did fine. I just meant he hasn't really taken off. His paintings aren't worth very much, you see. But Desiree took a liking to him very quickly. Even went as far as giving him an extra key to her apartment. If there was anything more going on between them, I couldn't say. But she could have done a lot better, if you ask me. I mean, he's barely even an artist now. I heard he took a teaching position at the university. Now, who would want their likeness immortalized by a lecturer?
I see. Well, I hope he makes it in the world someday.
Miracles may happen.
Good. I think that's all finished.
Thank you, Adelaide. It was a pleasure, as always.
Likewise, Miss Robinow. I'll see you next week. And she didn't tip very well either.
I'm sorry, dear. She sounds positively dreadful.
No more than the other Gascon Grand Dames. I just hope you managed to get something useful from that.
Okay, das heißt, wir haben jetzt... wir wissen jetzt auch, dass dieser Roger DeVay an der Uni arbeitet. Das hat uns letztes Mal ja gefehlt.
I'll see you later, Addie.
I look forward to your return.
Genau, das hat uns ja gefehlt. Also
Mr.
Mr. Dupre.
Wo der
Good to
ist.
see you again.
Is there anything I can help you with?
Yes, I'm looking for Peter Andrews. I was told he worked here.
That's right. His desk is just over there.
Thank you, Mr. Dupre. Lovely seeing you.
Okay,
Mr. Andrews.
Yes?
dann machen
Miles
wir
Fordham,
weiter.
private investigator.
Genau, und an der Stelle waren wir letzte Mal, dass wir nicht weitergekommen sind, weil wir eben diesen DeFay nicht gefunden haben. Jetzt wissen wir aber, wo der ist. Und ja, ab hier geht's dann, ich sag mal, weiter im Normaltempo. Ich weiß noch nicht genau, wie ich es geschnitten habe. Aber irgendwas werde ich mir schon ausgedacht haben. Dass wir das alles irgendwie zusammengeschnitten haben. Weil vorher war es eigentlich nur halt, ne, nochmal wieder Informationen holen. Am Anfang halt das mit unserer Frau, mit der Eddie, ne, die dann die Informationen von ihrer reichen Truller da geholt hat. Und ja, wir gehen jetzt zur Universität und gucken mal, was jetzt passiert. Okay.
I'm guessing it's locked, but it probably only contains more art supplies we don't care about. All the tools an artist would ever need. Brushes, pieces of canvas, paints. There's also several jars full of clear liquid.
Terpentin.
Interesting. Huh. This is linseed oil. It's used as a drying agent for oil paintings. It would be a good idea to take a sample of this, Miles. Especially now that nobody's looking.
Okay, wir haben das Öl schon mal gefunden. Sprechen wir mit ihm.
Excuse me.
Yes,
Are you Roger DeVay?
I am.
Miles Fordham, private investigator. I have some questions for you if you aren't too busy.
Will this take long? This isn't exactly the best time.
It shouldn't, no.
All right then, quickly.
How long have you been teaching at this university?
About 4 years now.
And do you also earn money with your painting?
Not of late. I haven't sold a painting in some time. But my salary from the university is enough for the time being. Perhaps someday I'll be able to devote the proper focus to my painting.
I've met your roommate, Herman.
I'm sure I have no idea what you're talking about, Mr. Fordham. I have no roommates.
Okay, wir wechseln mal.
My mistake. Do you know Desiree Lathan?
Desiree? Yes, of course I know her. What happened to her was just awful.
Indeed. My condolences, Mr. DeVay. What can you tell me about her?
She was a wonderful woman. Sharp, full of life, extremely witty. I only knew her for a short time, but I consider myself lucky to have had her as a friend.
How did you two meet?
We were introduced at a party and became fast friends. It's hard to believe she's really gone.
You painted Desiree's portrait, is that right?
Yes, I finished it just a few months ago.
Do you often do commissioned work?
Sometimes, but this wasn't exactly a commission, more like a gift.
You mean you weren't paid for it?
No, I didn't do it for money. It was an honor just to paint her.
I see. And did she like the result?
Well, she had it hanging in her bedroom and not in her attic, so I assumed she liked it well enough.
It was a rather nice portrait, I must admit.
Oh, so you've seen it?
Indeed, I have. Regrettably, I can't comment on the likeness, never having seen the subject in life.
Ah, yes. Well, she used to say that standing in front of it was like looking into a mirror. I tried my best to do her justice.
Okay.
Do you have any information regarding Desiree's death?
No, none at all. It came as a total shock. I heard she was burned to death. Oh, is that true?
It is.
It's really just unthinkable.
Do you know of anyone who might have wished harm upon her?
No, everyone loved her. To think someone could be capable of doing that to her, it just makes me feel sick.
Is it true that Miss Lathan recently changed her will to make you her beneficiary?
Yes, you can imagine my surprise.
My understanding is she left you quite a significant sum.
I don't see how that's any of your business, but yes, she did. I'm very lucky. Oh, I see what you're getting at. You're thinking I killed her for her money. Is that it?
I never said anything of the sort, Mr. DeVay.
No, but I can see it in your eyes. Look, Desiree considered me the son she never had, and she was like my second mother. I would never, ever even think of doing something so horrid.
Oh, I'm sure he wouldn't.
I'll let you get back to your class.
Right.
Okay. Gut, natürlich streitet er das erstmal ab, das ist ja klar. Wir gehen nochmal zum Polizeirevier und überprüfen mal dieses Öl.
Now that we've got some linseed oil, it's probably worth testing. Well, I'll be damned. We've got ourselves a match. I wonder if Edwards knows anything pertinent about this stuff.
Okay, das heißt, mit dem Leinöl wurde sie verbrannt.
Pardon me, Edwards.
Yes?
What do you know about linseed oil?
It's an oil made from flaxseed that has many uses. Most commonly, it's used to dry things like varnish or oil paints. Some people even eat it for health benefits. I hear it goes well with a bit of quark.
And it's flammable?
As most oils are, yes. Where are you going with this?
The oily residue on that rag is linseed oil.
Fascinating.
But I found no trace of anything used to light a fire at the crime scene.
Uh-oh, he's getting that gleam in his eye.
Wait just a moment. Linseed oil. Of course! Anytime linseed oil is used, extreme caution must be taken to dry cure rags that may be soaked in it. That's because when linseed oil dries and oxidizes, it releases heat. A pile of rags soaked in linseed oil in a confined space runs the risk of spontaneously combusting.
How long would this take exactly?
A few days, at least.
Interesting. It's a rather uncertain means of murder, but it's excellent for appearing accidental.
It's certainly not the most far-fetched conclusion you've ever come to.
Okay.
Thanks.
Das heißt... Leinöl. Genau, vielleicht wurde so das entfacht. Wir gucken noch mal in die am Tatort.
Begging your pardon.
Yes.
Quatsch. Nein.
Thanks.
All
right. Just a pile of ashes.
Okay, das verrät das nicht weiter.
The flames must have been fairly high.
Tja, Margot Andrews, verbranntes. Okay, wir gehen nochmal zu ihm.
Probably best not to disturb his class if you've got nothing new to ask about. Well, is it warm in here?
Okay, ist...
May I ask you?
Sure.
Tell me about Roger's artistic pursuits.
Well, not much to tell, really. He used to paint all the time when he had his studio in the building that used to be here. He was good at it, too. Shame nobody ever bought his paintings. All that's left now are those two unfinished ones against the back wall there. We used the rest of his spare canvas to make the tent.
How did Roger feel about his paintings not selling?
What do you think? Made him madder in the March air. Didn't do a very good job of hiding his displeasure either. At least none around me. He always used to say he'd find some way or another to make the money he deserved.
Odd. He told me he was content with the salary he got from his teaching job.
That's a load of bunkum if I ever heard it. Truth is, old Roger's about as poor as Job's turkey. He'd do anything to make a quick crown.
Well, now, that's certainly interesting.
Okay.
Well, it's fitting that Mr. DeVay is an artist, because I think he's painted us a pretty clear picture of what happened to Ms. Latham.
Ja, ich würde auch sagen, dass er der Verdächtige ist, ehrlich gesagt.
Probably bad.
Ich würde sagen, wir...
Got a moment up?
Yes?
Ich glaube,
I'm
wir
done
schließen
with
den Fall ab. Und zwar war das der.
She was murdered by Roger DeVay. a professor of art at the university, in order to claim her inheritance. DeVay befriended Miss Lathan and even painted her portrait, but his failure to establish a name for himself and earn a living from his art was driving him mad. Miss Lathan cared for him as a son, and recently changed her will, naming Roger as her sole beneficiary. Roger knew of this, and decided killing Miss Lathan was the best way to solve his financial troubles.
And how did he manage to do so?
Desiree had given him a key to her apartment. While she was out at the Grand Dame's ball, he entered and left a pile of rags soaked in linseed oil under her bed. She arrived home drunk and passed out, unaware that the rags were growing hotter by the minute. Eventually, the oil burst into flames, burning the rag pile as well as poor Miss Lathan.
How awful. Well, I'll certainly pass along the information. What an astounding series of events. Although I'm sorry you won't be able to gloat to Snelling that you solved the case before his detectives did.
I can find other means of amusement, I think.
Good work, Fordham. As usual, I'll send anything else your way as soon as I get it.
Roger DeVay,
Yes, what is it?
you're under arrest for the murder of Desiree Lathan.
Oh, I see.
Come with me. We need to ask you some questions at the station. And you up there, make yourself decent, would you?
Dearest, I'm back.
There you are. I was starting to get worried you wouldn't make it home in time.
In time? In time for what?
For dinner at the Rutherfords.
Ja, jetzt bin
I
ich mal
told you about it the other
wahrscheinlich
night,
macht
don't
das
you
trotzdem.
remember?
Also
I'm
verkackt das
terribly
trotzdem.
sorry, dear. It must have slipped my mind.
How you haven't yet been presented a prize for Husband of the Year is beyond me.
There's still time for you to get...
Genau, da möchte er das nämlich verlegen. Und an dieser Stelle würde ich sagen, beenden wir das hier. Das war quasi die Zusatzfolge für Lamplight City im dritten Fall, den wir als unlösbar, sag ich mal, abgeschlossen hatten. Und jetzt aber dann doch lösen konnten. Ich bedanke mich natürlich dann auch recht herzlich für das Zuschauen hier bei der letzten Folge von Lamplight City. Damit ist das Projekt dann wirklich komplett zu Ende. Wir müssen mal schauen, was wir danach spielen. Ob Point-and-Click oder was anderes. Das schaue ich mir noch an. Ich bedanke mich, wie gesagt, recht herzlich fürs Zuschauen. Wir sehen uns dann in einem anderen Projekt oder einem anderen Video hier auf diesem Kanal. Bis dahin, auf Wiedersehen.